Well, I guess I'm recording. I'm using a device that is so old. But anyway, it took me so long to get on the recording that I can barely think of what it was I was coming on here for. But y'all see my fat arms. I'm always talking about how I'm fat and stuff in the video. But I just blocked it from my face. I'm just not on that type of time right now. So, and did a couple other enhancements. Oh yeah, maybe I could have did this right here. If it lets me. My computer's so old. That's my laptop. Let me see something. For sure and for certain, being what you call observant. I didn't call myself nosy. I guess somebody having a birthday party or something today. Yeah, must be some child's birthday. I don't know. Shoot. So anyway, this is my thing. Ain't never really been concerned about these people at all. I just be concerned about whether they stuff gonna cross over into whatever I got going on. And oftentimes it has tried to, it didn't fully, but it has tried to appear like it was and things like that. And especially more so when the boy's so-called dad was around. Of course, he ain't been around, he ain't around, whatever. I explained yesterday how I felt like I seen somebody driving a car similar to what I thought, and they had a bald head. But I don't know. I didn't. Sometimes I thought that if I would have seen him, that I would feel and knowing this might not have been him, but I used to think if I would see him, how would I feel? Would I get that so-called flutter again? Which I've had some flutters in my heart the past few days, but it ain't had nothing to do with him. And then I seen another sign that I usually get today, which is cool, and I kind of rolled my eyes, that's where I'm at. And I don't know if I guess I just got to remind myself daily, which I think I do, because the relationship I had with him was, I was in love with him, so, and when I say deeply in love, I'm not going to say it's not a such thing, but I was in love with him. And anyway, so it was more so when he was coming around or whatever that it even appeared. They tried to cross over into my stuff. And even when my daughter's dad, when I first moved over here and I was still closing off things with my daughter's dad, and he made his appearances over here, people thought they was going to use that as an interest to, come to me or get to me or whatever. In whatever way. And this is my thing. I can meet people for myself. I can talk to people. I can fill them out, and I can find out whether or not I want you around. And I've made that decision. So I was in a sleep today, not a deep sleep, but I know it's a sleep that God kept me in. It just wasn't one of them deep sleeps. So I don't know. I'm gonna take that as it ain't nothing deep, and leave it at that. Maybe when I do go into deep sleep, that means that it's something deeper going on. Some type of something you need to be put to sleep for in a deep sleep. But anyway, I was in sleep and then woke up and was observing that, they got some stuff set up, which I seen a grill yesterday being put out, or being brought over. But they got stuff set up, and it just almost reminds me of how their so-called head honcho, so-called lady in charge, which to me she's a witch. Ain't no high-ranking witch, but she's a witch. Oop, my tongue almost slipped. She might be a high-ranking witch. I don't know. Wow. Anyway, that's crazy. I guess to me, I was like, she ain't about nothing. But following the footsteps of her or whatever, and doing what the traditions that she's been doing. Of course, they're doing theirs probably with a twist because it's the younger generation. So, whatever's going on is going on, and And to me, I definitely feel like, well, mine haven't gotten off the ground. What I want to go on and happen over in my vicinity, it hasn't gotten off the ground because, not because to me, I've been slightly ill prepared, but not so much to where in previous years it couldn't get off the ground by now. But I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I don't always feel good, but I'm good where I'm at. I'm good doing what I'm doing. I'm good going at the pace that I'm going. And I wasn't really focused on seeing other people win like that, but I definitely wasn't focused on seeing people lose. But at this point, I don't know, just don't ask me. Because I don't want to tell nobody no lies. Me, I'm just trying to stay rooted and grounded in God. Like, for real. Not for fake. Not for play. No. But yeah, I'm really trying to stay rooted and grounded in God. I almost got like distracted. Like, it's almost like the enemy don't want me to say that or stand on that. Yeah, I don't want to sway with just all types of different stuff. Like, I mean, as previously, I don't want to sway with different doctrines and stuff like that. But, of course, I've grown up and I've learned some things that can be applied to my life that, of course, religion, being religious, um, teaches you that you can do whatever. And then when you just have that relationship with God, He'll give you the okay. But I'm starting to feel a type of way because my gazebo piece, they sent the wrong one, and of course I had a dream a couple days ago about how somebody was like, "Yo, host going down this and the third. What do I have? What's up besides a gazebo and me going out there? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not y'all business, and y'all don't know what's going on. But with me going out there, relaxing, enjoying myself, and still being outside and still being concealed. Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all so busy trying to tend to somebody else's life. And anyway, this same person appeared in a dream today, and again, I was like, Lord, why are they appearing in my dream? Like, I don't want to be of no parts of them. It was a time when I wanted to be neighborly and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, and I guess try to be cordial, but at this point, I just don't. I'm good, and it's not that I don't need help from people. I've tried, but whatever I have to offer, they don't want, and what they be having going on, I don't want to participate in crazy stuff. Drug trafficking types. I don't. That's just not my thing, and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only thing. Other stuff. So you know what I'm saying? We don't mesh, and that's just what it is. But I've been living over here longer than some of them. Not everybody, but some of them. But I did remain longer than some people. Some people have moved out and came back, and it's like, oh, I just never want to come back to visit because somebody else that I know is maintaining the household and this and the third. But to come back, because I need to stay there, nah, I don't want to do that again and do, you know what I'm saying, see the same scenery. And I don't want to do that. If I leave somewhere, I ain't trying to come back, leave a residence or whatever. I've never moved back to any of my old places that I stayed in, so I didn't know nothing but forward motion, forward progress. I don't know how long this video is going to allow me, but oh shoot, I'm sorry. Yeah, something else is trying to pop up in the background. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about that part, and hey, yeah, I'm doing these videos on this right here so that way it can untie, like not tie up my other devices that I got in here, because of course my son still want to be on those. And if anywhere I could do a video and I can utilize something, I'm good on it. So this is my little, not so pretty, but little ghetto, little ratchet computer area, computer space. And I'm still rearranging this room. This was the room that my daughter was in before she left. And, it had a whole bunch of other stuff in here, but I'm not going to pan around because it's looking like a storage room for right now. But I'm going to go cook some more of my HelloFresh stuff. And do those little meals or whatever. I'm prepared to I'm getting another box tomorrow, baby. They be charging you. They make sure they tag that card. I'm glad I put only a credit card on there because I ain't want them just going in my stuff like that. I mean, credit card still. You shouldn't be able to just mess with my stuff like that. But, Guess they really truly about trying to be about their business. I'm gonna try these other meals. My son already said one of them looks good, so I know he's gonna want to try it. The last two that I made, he said they were good. But the funny thing is, I asked him, I said, would you want those meals that I gave you that I cooked the other day, or would you choose bagel bites? And I would say, it's his childish mindset, but he went with what tastes good or better to him. He said bagel bite, pizza bagel bites taste better to him than the top chef, the ones who curated the meal. Ooh, somebody shooting. What the heck is going on? Bright daylight, wind blowing, wind looking real. I had to go tie my gazebo down some more, but I'm looking too, because I don't know, ain't no telling who's gonna pull up and all this crazy stuff today or whatever. But anyway, somebody was shooting just now, and then it seemed like they just kind of sped off. Yep, that's the so-called hood for you, but not that it doesn't happen in other upscale neighborhoods and stuff like that. It just happens in a different manner, probably more concealed. Can't really hear the gunshots because you got somewhat of some distance between one another. I don't know, but anyway, talking about that, I'm gonna go make my 2 meals for today, like I said, and pray. And I still got 2 other meals left after that. So it really is not bad. It really could stretch out. I just decided to cook 2 meals per day because it's me and the kids, just in case they wanted some. And I'm not a small chick anymore. I'm not gonna say I definitely wish I was smaller, but I ain't saying I wish that I was as small as I used to be. But I just, of course, want to tone this up. Don't want to have all that fat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now that I know I'm gonna come in here and do my videos, or I can come in here and they can be out there, I don't have to shut them out or shut them somewhere else in order to have quiet. Then I'm gonna do this, but I was just trying to make sure that's all I had to say. I just know that I just don't want these people to be no type of responsibility for me. For one, they're grown by age, definitely. As far as their maturity and mindset, I don't know. I don't know what kind of conversations they have or anything like that. Don't care. Don't want to know again because I feel like I tried a long time ago. And I will say this, and I'm not giving nobody the benefit of the doubt because I'm done doing that. But I will say this, kind of like in their slight defense, that their mom was the head of the household and was operating as or whatever, and she had a dude over there. And so, of course, she was behind the scenes telling them what to do on any given day. And, of course, but I'm guessing they got their own minds or whatever. But it was just stuff. It was about her that was just like, ugh. But anyway, I'm not going to go there. She ain't here. Hopefully she don't show up, but who knows. Somebody's birthday, so she might. And thank God she ain't been to no drinks, and I hope and pray that she don't come visit in none of my drinks, because I don't want nothing to do with the lady. I was just thinking yesterday about the time when I was taking my daughter to the bus stop, and again, they thought and assumed that me and the boys' dad supposed to have a paternity issue. He done sat around them talking and telling them, probably getting drunk, probably drinking or whatever, telling them, I don't know if that was my son, this was our first son, I don't know if that's my son. And I'm just like, wait, what? Because I knew I was only involved with him. When I was involved with him, I never been with nobody else when I was involved with him. I was with somebody previous to him, and I had linked up with him, left him alone, so to speak, I thought, and then was dealing with somebody else, and he called me, and I pretty much came running, like almost literally came running or whatever. And after that, I never got involved with anybody, so, and this is the thing, when I was operating as a single woman, I've said it before, they were seeing seeing what they thought they were seeing and all that. Even, again, if somebody pull up at my house, that don't mean that I'm sleeping with them or anything like that. Could be not. But could be not your damn business. So, that's how I feel, and that's what you know what I'm saying? Again, I just look back, if it would have been like that, we good to go. If y'all wouldn't be trying to drop some type of bug in his ear about anything, we would have been good to go. But then again, maybe not, because the boy is dead. His mentality is just something different. And I just be like, oh, okay. But anyway, he caught himself sitting around telling him that, and she asked me at the bus stop. I mean, you choose that time, honey. I'm trying to focus on getting my child off the bus stop. You, hey, how you doing? And jump right into it. When y'all get the test back, for one, I ain't told y'all I took no type of test. Y'all shouldn't have known that. Y'all shouldn't have had no type of. Y'all shouldn't have been privy to none. So that's like you. That's like him putting my business out there. And he's one to say, oh, I don't tell none of my business, but you, or I don't tell my family none of my business. No, baby, you told them stuff. You you told them about you feel like you need a paternity test, and you shouldn't even felt like that for one. But can I snap back with I was like almost appalled. That was back then. I was younger. Excuse me? I know who I open my legs to. Oh, okay. Well, if you know who you open your legs, exactly. That means mind your fucking business. That's basically what was being said to her, and I guess that's how she took it, because after that, honey, she ain't like me try to purpose to say certain stuff. I don't know why they think that I cannot be who I am, who I was raised to be, who God designed me to be. It is what it is. Like, this, how I'm sitting here talking, this is how I've always talked, you know. I didn't never really have that childish mentality, or that, you know, I've always been mature for my age, and it is what it is. I ain't saying that I'm the most maturest or the most wild, you know what I'm saying? I could even grow in some maturity, absolutely, and I'm open to that. But a bunch of people that's just walking around about dead and just don't want to learn nothing new, or, you know what I'm saying, don't want to go higher, I couldn't get with that. But anyway, that was their little way into my business, if ever. Then came another person that was similar to him, but she was female form. She was kind of giving them some type of insight that they might have felt like. But yeah, so it's just like it pays to mind your business for her or whatever. And like I said, I don't want to keep bringing her up because she's not over here. I ain't trying to bring her. You know, you're just not trying to bring nobody into your present day, your space, or anything like that. I didn't feel like I worked hard to get her out, but I prayed. You know what I'm saying? Because she was messy, and a lot of them so-called older ones being. And there's another set that's over here. They in the 10-year gap, like older than you know, the ones that would be considered my peers, my peer group. They be messy too, but I'm not dealing with them, and that's another thing. The so-called male of the house now is I ain't gonna say he in cahoots with them, but he definitely like he getting the information that I guess he needs regarding them, which, hey, that's understandable, but you gotta be careful. These folks, they hit you with that, hey baby, hey, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep you, and she don't even know how to say his real name. I guess it's just country. I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. Some people just does not know how to pronounce somebody else's name, and so. But when they hit you with that, I'll be like, no, ma'am, sir, call me my name, and I'm good. We good to go. I'm good on that. Just call me by my name. Don't hit me with that, hey boo, nothing. I'm not. But that's like them supposed to be the terms of endearment. So anyway, endear yourself into minding your business. Anyway, it was a little girl standing out there, and of course it just made me think about my daughter. Like, if she was here, you know, if she was here, I feel like my child is smart enough to go somewhere, especially close to the house, go somewhere. And now I can't even say close to the house because ain't no telling. And something else about a middle school popped up. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Something else about another middle school popped up today, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But she will be able to go somewhere, observe, and know when it's time to go, or if it's time to go, or whatever. I would hope, but it's the reason why. Because I know if she was here and somebody invited her to something, I wouldn't have a problem with her going, especially when I see if it's right across the street or something like that. I had no issues with that. So somebody else wanted that kind of disconnect or whatever between us. The only other thing I have is the fact that the girl that I did see out here today, she she did some little stuff when she was younger and regarding my daughter, and that was my concern. I don't really like the way her mom handled it or appeared to handle it and stuff like that, but you know, I do forgive people, and I definitely forgive children, and we move forward. But I ain't gonna sit here and say that it's not still in the back of my mind like what you did. But anyway, and I really try to avoid. Oh yeah, I was There was another thing. There's this man who I used to sit and talk to, and I used to see him driving his white pickup truck around and stuff like that. He got a wife, and I'm not even gonna say close to his wife, but I definitely had previous dealings with his wife and stuff like that. And he now is in a wheelchair, a mobile wheelchair, so he's still getting around, getting out, getting some air. I love it. To me, I don't know, he rode down this way for a reason, and I think that's a good thing. But it was good to see him out, and he looked over here. If I wasn't outside, I would have spoke to him or whatever. But he looked over here. But just different to see him in that, because he usually be pushing his truck, but now he pushing that wheelchair. But hey, he getting around. I love to see it. I mean, they'll just let you know that time has came and went. That man used to be walking around, getting around, handling his business and stuff, and I guess he's still sitting there, his wife's still loving on him and all that good stuff. But I was thinking about how it just came up in my memory about how I allowed my daughter to go with not the boys, but her so-called dad's mom when she was younger, like young, about 6 or 7. I allowed her to go on an airplane to Kansas and to another place. They was going to visit so-called people or whatever. And it seemed like, his mom still wasn't grateful and stuff like that. She had to still go harder. Like, I'm all for going hard for your grandkids, but I'm just like, you need to put that effort really into raising and taking care of your kids. And even if they're grown, you still need to love on your kids. You don't need to jump to. But I don't know. That's just my mindset. I don't think a lot of people grasp that or will grasp that. I know the feelings make you say, well, I'm grandma, or I'm this, that, and third. Now, when previously you wanted to be called homegirl or homeboy, or you didn't even want to accept that you. But anyway, and you just skip and forget about your kids. No, that's not order to me. But anywho, allow her to go and stuff like that. So now, again, with her just being gone, having been gone for over a year, and I know that his mom has been the one promoting for him to get our daughter and take her somewhere like that, and keep her away from her mom. Like, I don't want to say she dug an early grave. I can't call it. I don't know. Only God knows. It is what it is. But I feel like you wanted to dig an early grave for yourself, a very early grave, because you don't utilize your child to get his child. When I'm not saying that he didn't want her, but he didn't want her during the times that it was just because he wanted to please you by bringing his daughter to you, which is my daughter. And of course, to me, that's the ultimate disrespect. I'm not gonna go in deep because I don't feel like being upset today, but that's the ultimate disrespect. And like, what? She already disrespected before, but that one right there kind of could slide past me because it was the abortion matter or whatever. But this one right here, I'm still staying prayed up, trusting God. God knows the location, God knows the thoughts and the intentions of certain people, and ooh, just being a mess. Because when I think about it, it just feels heavy, and I know I need to pray about it. And I'm gonna take me a shower and stuff. I'm getting ready to go take me a shower, and get some good prayer in there, and I'm gonna cook these meals and do some stuff around the house. But like, this is time that I could be spending with my daughter, or even having her to help around the house and continue to team up. Mind you, she got her own mind. She feel like, oh, I want to choose my dad and this and that. I'm not gonna say I'm all for it. I'm for it though. When you choose one of your parents, I don't want to say, one of your parents, if it's got to be like that. But again, I'm just all for it. Make sure it's a wise decision, because any decision, it needs to still be a wise decision. I'm not saying nothing terrible about her dad, but I can say, but terrible. I'm not gonna say nothing terrible about him. But one thing I am glad is he ain't bothering with me. I mean, he still be trying to tamper with me, of course, regarding having her, but he not bothering with me. Yeah, because when she was here, he used to pull up. He done pulled up, kicked dents in the cars that was over here. He done pulled up, tried to break down my door and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, you would think it was because his daughter. No, it was because he used that to want to come and try to fight me or bother with me. Oh, she did this, so I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, you spite yourself as usual. Well, I ain't gonna say as usual because he used to know how to not spite his own damn self. But but you spiting yourself on behalf of your type mad, angry, bitter, so-called man. And I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I understand people love their parents and stuff, and that's awesome. That's all good. You are supposed to. You're supposed to honor your parents. That's the truth. That's the Bible. Can't take away from that. But you do not have to be a damn doormat for them, or you don't have to be a robot for them and do what they trying to program you to do, and deliberately trying to, that's going to ruin you. Ignorantly, it does exist because, hey, you know, we all, it's, now I know my days is definitely here where I was like, Lord, what do I do? What direction? My son's being there going back and forth. I don't know when to jump in, when not to. Oh, seeing these little girls walking through the neighborhood. I don't know. I like seeing that, but at the same time, these little girls definitely, some of them is just not. This one is just keep pulling up her pants and stuff. Girl, you better get you the right kind of belt. But walking through the neighborhood, I don't think it's no little boys like that over here. I don't know. But anyway, y'all should have walked up the other way. The other way, did you better? Let me stop. Because that's not, I'm not trying to live vicariously through them. But anyway, yeah, it was the ultimate disrespect. And he said before, oh, you stood up to your mom. He was talking to me. He was like, you stood up to your mama. Exactly. I didn't disrespect my mama now. I stood up to her because it's like, I mean, you shouldn't have to, but don't, if my so-called people try to bully me, I'm not going to take that lightly. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are older than me. I don't care if you're bigger than me, this, that, and the third. I don't care. Now, some people, I might feel like I got to go and hide in and be like, let me, but your own relatives, you should not have no problem comfortably having a disagreement with them. You don't gotta agree with everything they say. And for him, I'm talking about, it was always, I'm not gonna call her by her name. I'll just call her Vicious V. Vicious V said, Vicious V said, Vicious V said, Vicious V said, and I just like, I was so tired of hearing that. She said. I'm like, but what do you say? Do you got your? And to me, I knew him as a smarter dude, or at least he was a dude that paid attention to other people. He knew how to apply that thing. He got on my nerves so bad, man. Back a couple years ago, and especially when I was involved with the boys' dad, and it's like, you're not gonna come over here and try to ruin nothing. If it's gonna get ruined, it'll be ruined on its own, but you're not. But the boys' dad didn't have a problem with allowing him in and trying to sabotage. So now they all got to deal with that. Anyway, and I'm here making videos. Seem like, you know, it's not misery. I hope nobody takes it as misery. I hope people just take it as, oh, you know, that's where they left her at. That's the place they try to keep her stuck at and stunt her growth and stuff like that. Yeah, it's some of that, but I'm not miserable. I feel good about talking about this stuff and just getting it out. Again, don't even know who's listening, who will hear it, who will come across it. It just feels good. I always pray about it. I've been praying about it while I've been in the midst of it, and I'm going to continue. But anyway, I'm not going deep. I'm just saying, I was just touching on the fact that I allowed my daughter to go places. And so basically, if I did say no about something, no, she can't go here, no, she can't do that, and I guess maybe she probably felt penalized for whatever I felt regarding her dad. But no, it was really, I wasn't penalizing her, but I was still securing and protecting my daughter because she showed up to schools and stuff like that and would bring my daughter. I didn't tell you to bring my daughter home. I didn't tell them to release you, and that's why I appreciate the school system. Somebody not doing their job, because nobody should be able to take my child home that I didn't authorize. And then, you know, it was just all type of stuff. You know, but my daughter has feelings for her so-called, you know, like you can have feelings for somebody in a relationship. She had feelings for her so-called grandmammy. And I was okay, honey. I take into consideration your feelings, but I don't gotta honor those feelings by doing what you want me to do regarding her. I'm not saying that she ain't the lady can come off definitely as a nice person, but if I'm calling her vicious, I'm not gonna let my tongue speak that wrongly on nobody. I've had years of experience with this lady, and every time it was just never a time. And this is even though it's kind of subtle, this is one of the most vicious types of attacks right here. It's just she utilized her son to do it, and it's like, wow. So anyway, the blood applied. The blood applied. I really feel like I'm about to go into prayer right now, like for real, like Lord. Kasi kana hai kora handa shia ishara shia ikora handa si shnai ko shere de shia yara handa shi. Oh Lord, have mercy, be in the midst. Because what my eyes see is one thing that gets on my nerves, but what my spirit is like, stay focused on this. This is really what's going on. This is the behind the scenes that the enemy don't want you to keep focusing on. He wants you to be distracted by that. And like, I thank God that I can see clearly not to be distracted by that. I'm not saying I don't still feel. I feel, because I can't, and at this point, it's not even the crazy part or craziest or whatever. But and hopefully it don't get crazier or whatever. But yeah. What's today's day? Is what, March the 6th? I don't know the significance of this day, if any. Regarding my life, but oh no. Gotta be in the midst. And just after certain stuff that I be feeling like tries to initiate my daughter into certain stuff, it could be gang related type stuff, subtle, or be on a certain set and make her feel like and believe that she a part of somebody else and she's not. She needs to be a part of the kingdom of God and the building up of the kingdom of God, not nothing else, not none of that thug activity type stuff. And me as her mother, you know what I'm saying, I feel like and believe I have the authority to speak that. Sometimes it be feeling like these grandparents have more authority because they've been here longer. Sometimes they might got that old money, but no. God's authority, if you operating in the power of God, that's it. That's the first and final authority. So, with that said, I'm thankful that he got me up and moving around, and even thinking about this, excuse my cleavage, but yeah, even thinking about this, but I still feel a type of way, like, Lord, but I can't see what's going on. What and also feel like, well, how will this manifest? What I'm praying about, how will this manifest? And sometimes I'll be at a place where, like, Lord, I'm kind of scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. But one thing about it, I trust God. I do feel that scared and that fear because He's been speaking to me in ways where it's like, you need to remember who is on the throne, and you need to remember who's in control. And it's to the point where it's like shaking me up a little bit or more. And I'm like, Lord, the simple fact and truth that I know that it's you is like, woof. And I don't even know the depths and heights of that thing because He's a revealing God on a need-to-know basis, and if it ain't your business or your place to be, to know everything, then it just ain't. But I feel a type of way like, I don't know what's being shaken up, what's being all that, whatever. My daughter did reach out in February, so wanted to touch bases, and I had to. It happened so quick. God showed me that it happened so quick and I responded. But I had to see something in that, and I seen she was just referring to me in another type of way. And she wasn't doing that before. So, of course, what they say, brainwashing and stuff, and that heavy saturation of being some kind of programmed have tried to set in. Bind and rebuke it right now. Bind and rebuke it. I see kana ikora handa si asada doshia ikora handa si asaka itara na ikora handa si ashtai ikora handa si. Be in the midst, Lord. You already know. You know the details, things that I don't know, get to see. I'm not even saying that if my daughter is back over here that my house will be operating fully, but it will be, it will be some some good things definitely happening and stuff like that. But be with me, Lord. Help me to walk in self-control, discipline in certain areas that I really need to improve. And I almost want to say bring this thing to a close, but just, Lord, bring it on into what you would have it to be. A daughter needs to be with her mom. Lord. And I don't need to dwell on, okay, it would have been like this if the boy's dad would have remained and this, that, and the third, or even if my daughter's dad would have helped like I needed him to help to begin with. But it was just so many so-called elders interfering, and sometimes I be feeling like, well, maybe that interference did help, but oftentimes I still feel like, no, that was just meddlesome. It was messy. It was to throw things off track and off balance and get stuff disorderly and keep it disorderly. So it was basically, that was terrible what they did. That's on a basic level. On a high level, honey, it was horrendous. It was definitely malicious and all that. But wow. So, that's the thing. I do advise, young people, if you got your stuff tight, and even if you don't, go to God in prayer. Let God, before you even run to your so-called parents and this and the third, be with any of your issues and stuff, because that was me. I just didn't. I ran to my room, prayer closet, stuff like that, and I'm thankful that those seeds was planted in me when I was younger that eventually I get to, but sometimes it takes a minute with that eventually. So I see the little girls walking back up here again. I just think it's so cute because they look like little girls instead of grown women. Now some of the body parts kind of look like, okay, go get out the street. This dumb stuff. They doing kitty stuff for real. Okay, yeah, see, I don't want to be distracted. I'm getting ready to probably close my window up so I don't. Yeah, let me close it up. Because I'm doing too much. Even though I still got my camera where I can look out. But y'all don't know not to be in the street. They out here throwing sticks, like, and the old men be like, y'all don't need to do that. Why are y'all even in the middle of the street? But it's not for me to be sitting here being concerned about everybody's child. I'm concerned about my child. I see how that she come high around. I see. I'm trying to go ahead and end this video. I know it's 40 minutes long, but because I got other stuff I want to do and get to. But I'm just sitting here like, they tried to add a whole bunch of years onto me, baby. I guess they feel like, hey, they thought I was acting grown. I wasn't. I just was raised by my grandma, and I was always around her and her older friends, so that's probably where I got some of those mannerisms, but I feel like not even. I just feel like it's on the inside of me. I don't even feel, I did get some from my mom. My so-called mom she carries herself in a mature manner. She don't be out here acting what I would deem childish and stupid and stuff like that, but I don't know if, she got another side to her. Now, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, it was just me, and people got offended for me just strictly being me. It would tell me you old-fashioned, you this, and some, I gotta know you, I need to know your ways, and you don't need to know my ways, you need to know God's ways, and you need to mind your business. But like that means you looking too hard at what I got going on. And then you determine that it's nothing or nothing that you want to deal with. But you took you this long, and really literally this year or last year to feel like, oh, she ain't got nothing going on. I don't want good. I want it like that. I want y'all to mind y'all business and think I ain't got nothing going on. Know that I'm trusting in the Lord, but think that I ain't got nothing going on. Wonderful. But really, I mean, the thing is, it's not that it's deep, but it ain't that deep that they try to make it. It ain't deep and creepy. It's just me trying to figure it out. I was still in a household, maintaining a household, and I was just still learning how to get things in order. That's the thing. It's disorderly. I should have learned how to organize certain stuff in the household and around the house, and as far as the lifestyle you're living a long time ago. But this is what happens, and it is what it is. And let me adjust at my pace and this and that. So I'm not over there prying into y'all and telling y'all what y'all should do and shouldn't. I don't give a damn. Like, only when your stuff crosses over into my yard and my life and stuff like that, that's when you gonna see me say, oh, this not supposed to be like this. This is supposed to be like that. And that's that, because I like my personal space. If I did not invite you or welcome you in. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Let's see. Stop recording and hope I can upload this.